Arrival of Banque Populaire. Arrival of Banque Populaire, winner of the 2016 Vendée Globe. Race time, 74 days, 3 hours, 35 minutes, and 46 seconds. I wanted this victory so badly.
Voilà, j'ai réussi.
Lecléache and Thompson in Les Sables d'Olonne. Destremo at Point Nemo, right in the middle of the South Pacific. 18 solitaries spread over 2 oceans over 17,000 kilometers. After 74 days of complete solitude, let's look back at this 11th week of the race.
No traces of planes in the sky. But I kind of expected to see somebody here. You know, a cargo ship or a fishing boat or something. But there's nothing. There's still nothing. If I hadn't received an email from my wife this morning, I could well think that I was the last man on Earth.
On the 71st day of the race, Fabrice Amédéo finally shifts oceans from the Pacific to the Atlantic, a very first. I'm thinking about Josephine, Louise, and Garance. Hey girls, your dad's really made some waves. Holy cow. I'm thinking of my grandpa Jean. He's up there and I know he's proud. And I want to thank all my partners. This is crazy. All day the ocean kept us from crossing the Cape Horn. We suffered. 55 knots. And here's the reward. This incredible light. I could cry, it's so beautiful.
Hey guys, we did it! We are rounding the Cape Horn!
A thought for Yvon and Julien, my team. We're crossing the Cape Horn together, guys. The 3 of us, the Cape Horn. 4 hours and 12 minutes after Fabrice Amédéo, it's Arnaud Boissier's turn to leave the Pacific for the Atlantic Ocean.
Caillou mythique.
Mythical Rock. My 3rd crossing. That's it. Come on.
Cape Horn, deuxième.
Cape Horn 2nd. In fact, I watched the video afterwards, and I don't look happy. Whereas I can tell you I'm super happy. After the crossing of the Cape Horn by the youngest and the oldest of the race, Alan Roua and Rich Wilson, there are only 4 solitaries left in an always as inhospitable South Pacific. Friends, it's winter time. I can tell you it's bloody freezing. It's windy. Yeah, we're in the south. 35 knots. There's fog. It's biting cold. And we just got the list for the icebergs. Ahead is an iceberg zone. Routing is making me go up a little. We'll need to be on the lookout. There. To show you what it all looks like with the birds in the back. In the Atlantic, conditions are way more favorable.
Salut!
Hello, welcome on board Comme un seul homme. We've got sunshine, we're fresh out of the depression, spent the day with 40 knots winds and heavy rains, and now I'm popping out my choppers. There's sunshine, we're out of the depression, it's wonderful. I'm really happy. 1,700 miles ahead, Landorfa and Louis Burton maintain their solitary ascent around the equator zone, while the tandem Le Caméliès, sailing side to side for over 3 weeks, is fighting for a 5th position in the ranking and a 1st position as straight-keeled boats.
Et voilà,
Oh,
ça
there.
c'est de la
This is
pétole.
the dead zone, the dead wind zone at its most. We're going to try out things.
S'aventurer un petit peu.
Clack, clack, clack.
Clac, clac, clac.
And here,
Là,
you've got Keguiner and Yann Eliès. Oh,
Et voilà.
well, it's a little short,
Un peu court, mais
but it's still coming in a bit. Got to stay on top, otherwise the guy next door isn't going to miss his cue.
Parce que l'autre à côté, il va pas nous rater, hein.
Mon gros objectif, c'est.
My great objective is to end up 5th. I'd like to be 5th. 6th would be disappointing, which is paradoxical because it's only one place down. It's not going to be easy because Jean is one hell of a shister. He doesn't give in.
Il lâche rien.
260 miles ahead, Jean-Pierre Dick distanced himself from the two. He who achieved a record time in the history of the Vendée Globe on the stretch Cape Horn Equator in a little less than 13 days and 4 hours has long hoped for a place on the podium.
No.
Oh, no. The ranking? Look at my previous edition. I was in a comfortable 3rd place, and bang, boom, my keel plummeted to the depth of the ocean. So, in my mind, I'm in attack mode. Everything's still possible. And the podium? It isn't over yet, by far. But it'll be difficult to make up the 900 miles separating from Jérémy Bayou. Jérémy, who in spite of a trying race dotted with numerous technical problems, deprived for instance of communication means, accomplishes a beautiful sports performance and is now observing most attentively the leader's progressions. It's not going to be easy. There's one who's in a dynamic mode of making up miles, and the other who's losing some. Neither can go wrong. They still have some strong winds to do with. I'm right behind in ambush, a bit far, but hey. January 16th, 3 days before the arrival line, at the head of the race, Alex Thompson keeps pressuring Armel Leclerc, getting as close to him as 73 miles, and icing on the cake, grants himself the distance record on solitary, 536.81 miles, 994 kilometers in 24 hours.
Boat's on fire! They're going fast, currently 26, 25, 26, 27, 27.6, new 24-hour record. Woo! But really it's about trying to get as close to Armel as possible, and we keep on fighting. I am struggling a little bit with the steering. I've got some play in the steering system, so I'm going to have to be quite attentive over the next 24, 48 hours, but let's have to give it a crack, eh?
Alex Thompson communicates. Armel Leclerc is more than discreet. After over 24,000 miles of race, the final stretch takes on appearances of a Figaro solitary. At the dawn of January 17th, both men are on the latitude 46 degrees north, that of Les Sables d'Olonne, but a direct route isn't feasible. They will have to tack at the channel's entrance and take advantage of the northeast frosty wind up until the arrival line. An enthralling finish followed at a distance by the other competitors. Considering Alex Thompson's speed lately, he's got the bit between his teeth. And he's going to do everything he can to take over Armel. He's going to feel the heat till the very end. It'll be tight, but he'll keep up. That's what I wish him, because to finish 3 times third would surely be hard to cope with. He deserves to win. It's his year. Alex is doing a wonderful Vendée Globe. He was third 4 years ago. If he's second this year, that's a good reason to come back in 4 years. In the afternoon of January 17th, 400 miles off the Brittany tip, a Falcon of the National Navy flies over the 2 leaders of the Vendée Globe. Is everything okay on board? All fine. Perfect. We're close to the arrival, and conditions are good at the moment. Afterwards, we're going to go see Alex Thompson. Do you have a message for him we could transfer? Tell him to stay behind. That would be nice. All is well, and I'm very happy to be sailing against him.
We wanted to check that everything was okay on board and that your ship was all right.
Yeah, everything's fine, thank you. Looking forward to getting to dry land again. I can't, still a few days to go. Can't wait to the finish line.
At early dawn on January 18th, 39 miles. 39 miles only separate the 2 men who will need to proceed to the most decisive tack in the whole race.
There's no real option for me anymore. Doesn't look like there's any possibility. After the attack there's going to be wind, so yeah, I think my options have run out. I'm very tired, so I don't have any tension about the finish. I have tension about trying to make the autopilot work so I can sleep.
It hasn't been easy lately. The last hours have been a little complicated because of the maritime traffic. Gonna need to be vigilant and cautious. The dice are cast. Outcome in less than 24 hours. Tomorrow or after tomorrow, they'll be arriving, and I'm 10,000 miles away. A bit less than 10,000, actually. Wow, not easy to live with that thought. Tonight, the guys will be going home. When I look at what's left for me to cover, it feels kind of strange. At dawn on January 19th off Belle-Île Island, Armel Leclerc is now about 100 miles ahead of Alex Thompson. Armel, can you hear me on channel 16? Glad to see you. Spoke with the Royal Catamaran, who's been following me since dawn. Feels great to see people on the route to Les Sables. We're gonna have to go, leave you to it. Keep going with Royal. We'll see you tonight in Les Sables. Top, arrival of Banque Populaire. Arrival of Banque Populaire, winner of the 2016 Vendée Globe. This victory is that of an exceptional skipper who never let go, who stood firm under pressure. It's also the end of a quest which lasted almost 10 years, during which he was twice second of the Vendée Globe. The 8th edition will therefore be the good one. An 8th edition dominated by a duel at the top with Alex Thompson, a planetary regatta under high tension which closes in a blaze of glory. In the end, the pleasure of seeing the twinkle in this young man's eyes. He's waited 10 years for this. That's his gold medal. He had done 2 beautiful Vendée Globes already. This one was simply perfect. We're delighted for him. I think it's a wonderful moment he's living out, which he's also sharing with everybody here.
Congratulations to Armel, what a great race he's done. He really deserved it. And so 2 seconds and a first, that's a fantastic record, eh? You know, you never really know when it's actually going to happen. I think I realised a couple of hours before that I was definitely going to finish. It's just great to finally be here. It's finished, it's over, and the race is as it is, so I'm very happy to be in second place, and you know, maybe next time it'll be one better.